Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a topic that is becoming increasingly important in our fast-paced, interconnected world. 5 things to never share. Sharing is often seen as caring, but not everything in life is meant to be shared. Knowing what to keep private is a crucial skill, especially in an era where oversharing has become the norm. Let's dive into the 5 things you should never share and why. Passwords are one of the most crucial elements of modern digital security. They act as the first line of defense in protecting our personal and professional information. From social media accounts and email logins to online banking and e-commerce platforms, passwords are the keys that grant access to our virtual identities. Sharing them, no matter how trustworthy the recipient may seem, can lead to serious consequences. When you share your password, you relinquish control over your accounts and expose yourself to potential misuse. Even a well-meaning friend or family member could inadvertently compromise your security by accessing your account on an insecure device or storing your passwords in vivo files. Worse yet, if the person you share your password with turns out to be less trustworthy than you believe, they could intentionally misuse your information for personal gain, tarnishing your reputation, or causing financial harm. Another significant concern is that shared passwords can propagate beyond your control. The person you shared it with might share it with someone else and thinking it's harmless, or it might be stored insecurely where it could be discovered by others. This creates a chain of vulnerability that extends far beyond your original intent. A common scenario that highlights the risks of sharing passwords involves public Wi-Fi or shared devices. If someone else logs into your account using an insecure network or a device you don't control, they could unintentionally expose your credentials to hackers. Cybercriminals frequently target such networks to intercept data, and shared passwords can become an easy target in these situations. It's also worth considering the legal implications of sharing passwords. For example, many platforms' terms of service explicitly prohibit sharing login information. Violating these terms could result in your account being suspended or permanently banned. Additionally, if the person you share your password with engages in illegal activities using your account, you might be held accountable, as it could appear that you were the one involved. To protect your passwords, it's essential to treat them as personal and non-transferable. Implementing strong, unique passwords for each account and enabling two-factor authentication, 2FA, adds an extra layer of security. 2FA requires a secondary form of verification, such as a text message or biometric scan, ensuring that even if your password falls into the wrong hands, unauthorized access is much less likely. In conclusion, passwords are not just strings of characters, but the digital equivalents of your personal keychain. Sharing them compromises not only your own security, but also the integrity of the platforms you use. The best approach is to keep your passwords private, secure, and updated regularly, ensuring that you remain in control of your online presence and digital safety. Financial information is one of the most sensitive aspects of an individual's personal life and should always be kept private. This includes details such as bank account numbers, credit card information, PINs, and other data related to financial transactions. Sharing this information, even with trusted friends or family, exposes you to significant risks, including fraud, theft, and financial loss. One of the primary reasons to protect your financial information is the potential for misuse. Once someone has access to your banking details, they could make unauthorized transactions, draining your accounts or racking up charges on your credit cards. Even if the individual you share with is trustworthy, they could accidentally misplace or mishandle the information, making it accessible to others who might exploit it. The rapid advancement of technology has made cybercrime a growing concern. Hackers and scammers constantly seek opportunities to gain access to financial details. Sharing your financial information increases the chances of it falling into the wrong hands, especially if the recipient does not take the same precautions you do. For instance, they might store your details on an unsecured device or share them over an unencrypted network, leaving them vulnerable to interception. Social engineering scams are another way financial information can be exploited. Scammers often impersonate trusted institutions or individuals to trick people into revealing sensitive details. If you shared your financial information with others, it becomes more challenging to track how and where it could be misused, as the trail of accountability becomes blurred. Another significant risk involves phishing schemes, where cybercriminals create fake websites or emails designed to steal financial information. If someone else has access to your bank details, they might unwittingly provide them to a fraudulent site, leading to a breach of your financial security. Once compromised, recovering your stolen funds or repairing the damage to your credit can be a long and arduous process. Sharing financial information can also have legal implications. For instance, if your bank account or credit card is used for illegal activities, you may be held responsible, even if you were unaware of the misuse. The law often presumes that the account holder is responsible for the transactions unless proven otherwise, which can result in unnecessary legal battles and damage to your reputation. Even in situations that seem benign, such as lending your card to a friend or family member for a quick purchase, there are risks. For example, they might accidentally overspend or use your information for something you did not authorize. This could strain relationships and create unnecessary conflict. Financial boundaries are essential, even among close connections, to avoid such situations. One practical approach to safeguarding your financial information is to use secure payment methods for shared expenses. For example, mobile payment apps, prepaid cards, or dedicated virtual wallets can be safer alternatives. These methods allow you to share funds without exposing sensitive financial details. Additionally, regularly monitoring your accounts for unauthorized activity and setting up alerts for transactions can help you detect and address potential issues promptly. It's also essential to be cautious with where and how you store your financial information. Avoid writing down PINs or account numbers in places that can be easily accessed by others. Online, ensure that you use encrypted and secure channels for transactions, and never share your information via email or messaging platforms that lack adequate security measures. Your future plans represent your aspirations, goals, and the path you envision for yourself. They are deeply personal and reflect not only your ambitions but also your strategies for achieving them. While it might be tempting to share these plans with others, especially in moments of excitement or pride, it's often wiser to keep them private until they are realized. Sharing your plans prematurely can lead to unintended consequences that may hinder your progress or dampen your motivation. One of the main reasons to avoid sharing your future plans to one is the potential for external negativity. Not everyone you share your dreams with will understand or support them. Some individuals, intentionally or not, might project their doubts, fears, or skepticism onto you. These negative reactions can make you second-guess yourself or diminish your enthusiasm for pursuing your goals. Even a casual remark like, "That sounds too risky," or "Are you sure you can do it?" can plant seeds of doubt that grow over time. Another risk of sharing your plans early is the possibility of envy or competition. When people learn about your aspirations, some may feel jealous or threatened, especially if your goals surpass their own achievements. This could lead them to undermine you either subtly or overtly. They might attempt to dissuade you, share confidential aspects of your plan with others, or even pursue similar goals themselves, potentially creating unnecessary competition. Additionally, there's a psychological phenomenon known as the intention-action gap, which suggests that discussing your goals can create a false sense of accomplishment. When you talk about your plans, you may receive praise or validation from others, which can trick your brain into feeling as though you've already made progress. This premature satisfaction can reduce your drive to take actual steps toward achieving your goals, as the reward center of your brain has already been activated. Sharing your future plans can also expose you to the risk of accountability in ways that might not align with your evolving needs or circumstances. For instance, if you share a plan and later decide to modify or abandon it, others might perceive this as failure or inconsistency. This added pressure can make you feel trapped in a decision that no longer serves you, simply to maintain appearances or avoid judgment. There are also practical concerns associated with revealing your plans, particularly if they involve sensitive or competitive environments. For example, in business or career settings, sharing strategic ideas prematurely can lead to others copying or exploiting them. This could put you at a disadvantage, especially if someone with more resources or influence acts on your idea before you do. Keeping your plans private until you're ready to execute them ensures that you maintain control over their direction and outcome. On a deeper level, your goals and aspirations are part of your personal journey. Sharing them indiscriminately can dilute their significance and make them vulnerable to outside influences. By keeping them private, you protect their integrity and allow yourself the freedom to adapt and evolve them as needed without external interference. That said, this doesn't mean you should never share your goals. In some cases, sharing with the right people, such as mentors, trusted friends, or colleagues, can provide valuable insight, support, and constructive feedback. The key is to be selective about whom you share with and to ensure that their input aligns with your best interests. A supportive confidant can help you refine your plans and overcome challenges, but this requires careful consideration of their intentions and expertise. To strike a balance, consider focusing on sharing your progress rather than your plans. Sharing accomplishments after achieving key milestones allows you to celebrate your success without exposing your strategies to scrutiny or sabotage. This approach also reinforces your confidence and credibility as people see the results of your efforts rather than merely hearing about your intentions. Family and relationship problems are an inevitable part of life. Every family and relationship faces challenges, whether they involve disagreements, misunderstandings, or difficult situations. While it may seem natural to seek support or validation from others by sharing these issues, it is often wiser to approach such matters with discretion. Sharing your family or relationship problems openly, especially with individuals who are not directly involved, can lead to unintended consequences that may worsen the situation instead of resolving it. One of the key reasons to keep family or relationship problems private is to protect the dignity and privacy of those involved. Every individual has a right to their personal matters remaining confidential, and exposing their challenges to others can feel like a betrayal of trust. When details of disputes or problems are shared without consent, it can lead to feelings of embarrassment, resentment, or anger among those whose privacy has been violated. This can further strain relationships, making it even more challenging to resolve the original issue. Another important consideration is that sharing personal problems with outsiders often results in biased or uninformed judgments. People who are not directly involved in the situation may lack context or a full understanding of the dynamics at play. As a result, they may provide advice or opinions that are unhelpful or even damaging. Worse, some individuals might spread the information further, turning a private matter into public gossip, which can harm your reputation and that of your family or partner. Sharing problems excessively can also complicate the process of reconciliation. For instance, if you vent about a disagreement with your partner or a family member to a friend or colleague, their perception of that person may be negatively influenced. Even after you've resolved the issue and moved on, the person you confided in might continue to hold a negative view, creating an uncomfortable or strained dynamic in future interactions. It's also essential to recognize that not everyone has your best interests at heart. Sharing personal problems with the wrong person can expose you to exploitation or manipulation. Some individuals might use the information against you, whether to gain an advantage, spread rumors, or simply create drama. In some cases, this could escalate the problem rather than helping to resolve it. In addition to the risks of external interference, oversharing personal problems can have internal consequences. Constantly rehashing issues to multiple people can make you dwell on negative emotions, amplifying feelings of frustration, sadness, or anger. Instead of focusing on solutions, you may find yourself stuck in a cycle of venting and reliving the problem, which can be emotionally draining and counterproductive. That said, keeping problems entirely to yourself isn't always the answer either. The key lies in sharing selectively and intentionally. When facing significant family or relationship challenges, it's important to seek support from trusted individuals who are equipped to help. This might include a close friend, a family member with a neutral perspective, or a professional counselor or therapist. These individuals can offer constructive guidance, emotional support, or practical solutions without compromising your privacy or exacerbating the issue. Professional counselors in particular are trained to handle sensitive matters with discretion and provide tools for effective communication and problem solving. Unlike friends or acquaintances, they approach your situation without personal bias, allowing for objective insights and strategies. Turning to professionals ensures that your problems remain confidential while also receiving the support you need to navigate them. In some cases, it's helpful to adopt the principle of sharing solutions rather than problems. For example, instead of detailing every aspect of a disagreement, you might share the lessons you've learned or the steps you've taken to improve the situation. This approach allows you to seek support or celebrate progress without exposing sensitive details that could harm relationships. Keeping secrets entrusted to you is a fundamental aspect of maintaining trust and building strong, meaningful relationships. When someone confides in you, they are demonstrating a deep level of trust, believing that you will safeguard their private information. Sharing these secrets, even casually or with good intentions, can have far-reaching consequences that harm your relationships, your reputation, and the person who trusted you. Maintaining confidentiality is not just a matter of loyalty, it is also a reflection of your integrity and character. One of the most critical reasons to keep someone's secret is to honor the trust they have placed in you. When someone shares something private, it is often because they feel vulnerable and need support. Breaking that trust by sharing their secret can leave them feeling betrayed and isolated, damaging your relationship with them, sometimes irreparably. Trust is hard to build and easy to lose, and once broken, it can take a long time to rebuild, if at all. Sharing someone's secret can also have significant emotional consequences for the person who confided in you. Many people share sensitive information as a way of unburdening themselves or seeking solace. If that information becomes public, it could lead to feelings of embarrassment, shame, or anxiety. The individual might also experience increased stress, knowing their private matters are being discussed by others without their consent. Additionally, revealing secrets can create a ripple effect of unintended harm. For instance, if the secret involves a conflict or issue with another person, sharing it can escalate tensions and make the situation more complicated. Even if you believe that sharing the secret might help resolve the problem, acting without the consent of the person who confided in you can backfire, potentially worsening the situation instead of helping. Another important aspect of keeping secrets is safeguarding your own reputation. When you reveal someone else's private information, you risk being seen as untrustworthy or unreliable by others. People who observe such behavior may hesitate to confide in you in the future, fearing that their own private matters could also be exposed. Your ability to maintain discretion is directly tied to how others perceive your reliability and integrity. In some cases, people might justify sharing a secret by framing it as harmless or claiming that the recipient of the information is trustworthy. However, once a secret leaves your control, it's impossible to predict how it will spread. Even if the person you tell keeps the secret initially, they might later share it with someone else, creating a chain of disclosure that spirals beyond your influence. The original confider, meanwhile, is left vulnerable to a much larger audience than they intended. There are also ethical considerations to keeping secrets. In most cases, respecting someone's privacy is the right thing to do, but there are exceptions, such as when the secret involves potential harm to themselves or others. In such situations, breaking confidentiality might be necessary to protect their safety or the safety of others. Even then, this decision should be approached with care, ensuring that any action taken is truly in the best interest of those involved and is handled in a way that minimizes harm. To protect secrets effectively, it's helpful to set clear boundaries from the start. If someone begins to share something with you and you feel uncomfortable being entrusted with their secret, it's okay to communicate that openly. Letting them know that you may not be the best person to hold their confidence is better than agreeing to keep a secret and then struggling with it later. In conclusion, keeping secrets is more than just a responsibility. It's a testament to your integrity and your respect for the trust others place in you. By maintaining confidentiality, you strengthen your relationships, build a reputation for reliability, and protect the emotional well-being of those who confide in you. While there may be rare exceptions to this rule, the general principle remains: if someone entrusts you with a secret, it is your duty to protect it with care and discretion. This act of respect and loyalty is a cornerstone of meaningful, trustworthy relationships. Oversharing on social media is a growing concern in today's digital age, where people are increasingly documenting and broadcasting their lives online. While sharing moments and milestones can help connect with friends, family, and like-minded communities, revealing too much personal information on these platforms poses significant risks. From compromising your privacy and security to affecting your mental well-being and relationships, oversharing can have unintended and often irreversible consequences. One of the primary risks of oversharing on social media is the exposure of sensitive personal details. Posting information such as your home address, phone number, travel plans, or daily routines can make you vulnerable to theft, stalking, or other forms of harm. For instance, announcing that you're on vacation might signal to potential burglars that your home is unoccupied, making it an easy target. Similarly, sharing real-time updates about your location can compromise your safety, especially if your posts are visible to a public audience. Another critical concern is identity theft. Social media users often share seemingly harmless details like their birth date, family relationships, or even photos of official documents such as driver's licenses or passports. Cybercriminals can use this information to impersonate you, open fraudulent accounts in your name, or gain access to your existing accounts. Even a simple post celebrating a milestone, like receiving a new credit card or ID, can inadvertently provide criminals with enough data to exploit your identity. Oversharing can also have long-term consequences for your professional life. Employers, colleagues, and potential clients often review social media profiles to gain insights into a person's character and behavior. Posting inappropriate content, venting about workplace frustrations, or sharing polarizing opinions can damage your professional reputation and even jeopardize job opportunities. Once something is shared online, it becomes part of your digital footprint and can resurface long after the original post was made, potentially affecting future prospects. On a personal level, oversharing can strain relationships. Sharing too much about conflicts with friends, family, or romantic partners on social media can create unnecessary drama and misunderstandings. People involved in the situation may feel embarrassed or betrayed if their private matters are made public. Even well-intentioned posts about others can lead to unintended consequences, such as breaching someone's privacy or misrepresenting their perspective. Maintaining discretion about personal matters helps preserve trust and respect in your relationships. Mental health is another area where oversharing can have an impact. Social media often creates a cycle of validation and comparison, where users seek likes, comments, and shares to feel affirmed. Oversharing can make you overly dependent on external validation, impacting your self-esteem and emotional resilience. Additionally, exposing yourself to public criticism or trolling can be emotionally draining and damaging to your mental well-being. The pressure to maintain a curated online image may lead to stress and anxiety, overshadowing the positive aspects of social media interaction. Moreover, the content you share can be used out of context or manipulated by others. Photos, videos, and posts can be downloaded, altered, or distributed without your consent, leading to reputational harm or harassment. This is particularly concerning when sharing content involving children, as it can unintentionally expose them to risks such as cyberbullying or exploitation. It's essential to think critically about what you share and who can access it to prevent misuse. To avoid oversharing, it's important to set boundaries for your social media presence. Consider the audience for each post and adjust your privacy settings to limit who can view your content. Avoid sharing details that could compromise your safety or privacy, and think twice before posting about sensitive topics. Reflect on your motivations for sharing, whether it's to connect, inform, or seek attention, and ensure that your posts align with your values and intentions. Additionally, it's helpful to create a balance between online and offline interactions. While social media can be a powerful tool for communication, meaningful relationships and experiences are often built in real life. Focusing on nurturing connections in person can reduce the need to overshare online and provide a healthier perspective on what and how much to share. In conclusion, oversharing on social media is a habit that can have far-reaching implications for your privacy, security, relationships, and mental health. By practicing mindfulness and discretion, you can protect yourself and those around you from potential risks. Remember that not everything needs to be shared online. Sometimes the most meaningful moments are those kept private. Social media should enhance your life, not compromise it. And thoughtful sharing is the key to maintaining a safe and positive digital presence. Sharing your good deeds, acts of kindness, or achievements can be tempting, especially in an era where social media often encourages broadcasting every aspect of life. While it might feel rewarding to receive praise or validation for the positive things you do, there is a profound value in keeping such actions private. Acts of kindness and charity, when done without public acknowledgement, carry a sense of authenticity and humility that can deepen your character and contribute to a more genuine impact on others. One of the main reasons to avoid publicizing your good deeds is to ensure that your intentions remain pure. When you perform an act of kindness with the expectation of recognition, the focus shifts from helping others to seeking personal validation. This can diminish the sincerity of your actions, making them feel transactional rather than heartfelt. True generosity is driven by the desire to assist or uplift someone in need without any strings attached. By keeping your good deeds private, you emphasize the act itself rather than any potential reward or acknowledgement it might bring. Another important reason to keep your good deeds private is to respect the dignity and privacy of those you help. Not everyone wants their struggles or vulnerabilities exposed, even if the intention is to inspire others. For instance, publicly sharing a story about helping someone in need can unintentionally make them feel embarrassed or reduced to their circumstances. Maintaining discretion ensures that the people you assist are treated with respect and that their experiences are not turned into a spectacle for personal or public gain. Additionally, when you share your good deeds, the reactions you receive might not always align with your intentions. While some may praise your actions, others might view them with skepticism, questioning your motives or accusing you of seeking attention. This can detract from the positive impact of your actions and lead to unnecessary negativity. By keeping your acts of kindness private, you shield yourself from such judgment and allow the focus to remain on the people or causes you are helping. There is also a spiritual or philosophical dimension to performing good deeds privately. Many cultures and traditions emphasize the importance of humility and selflessness in acts of generosity. In some belief systems, the value of a good deed is heightened when it is done without seeking recognition, as it reflects a pure form of compassion and service. This perspective encourages individuals to give for the sake of giving rather than for the approval or admiration of others. In conclusion, knowing what to keep private and what to share is crucial in maintaining healthy relationships, protecting your well-being, and ensuring your personal integrity. While it is natural to want to share our lives with others, certain aspects, such as future plans, personal struggles, secrets, oversharing on social media, family issues, and even our good deeds, are best kept to ourselves or shared selectively. Keeping these things private helps preserve trust, protects your privacy, and ensures that your actions are driven by genuine intentions rather than external validation. The key is to maintain a balance between being open with the right people and guarding the parts of your life that require discretion. Discretion, self-awareness, and respect for others are essential when navigating the complexities of sharing personal information. By practicing thoughtfulness in what we share, we cultivate stronger relationships, safeguard our mental and emotional health, and ultimately foster a sense of peace and authenticity in our lives. The most valuable things we do or experience often do not need to be shared to be meaningful. They are significant because of their impact on ourselves and others, not because of external recognition.